Trap orders with exhaustion box on C now.
Okay, folks. What a day we have had. Just kind of absorbing the price action here before I dip my toes in the water any. I'm not thinking of a DC setup here for a long. And might have been a little premature here. Okay. Eh, not what I was looking for. It stopped out. Hmm. A fake out. Man, what do you move? Man. Of course, the day that. Hello, everyone. It's 12:40. Actually, I was able to get online a little bit earlier than what I thought I would, but man, I missed this move this morning. I feel very sad about that. But who knows? I'm gonna just assume that I would have lost money, been on the wrong side of the market somehow. I am a little bit in the red. I was in the green, and the trade I took just now basically took me back to break even. But I mean, right now it looks like we're kind of making a round bottom here. How long that'll hold up, I don't know. I am looking a little more on GE, trading a little bit more gold. So, but this is a crazy move, man. Crazy. Man, I mean, how many points did we lose on CL? Right. I mean, wow. 75, 76, 72. Woo. That's a big move. The big boy move. Then on the ES, we made, basically 41.80, that range. Well, I tell you what, anyone that shorted, I mean, you would have had to held overnight, but this double top here on 4,200, that was a key level. And we're 80 points away from 4,200. And then on gold, we had yesterday massive move up and then a massive sell off. And then today we have even a higher move up. So, been kind of watching gold a little more. I've added it to my charts. Did take my first trade on it. Was a loser, but yeah, just kind of getting the feel for it. But yeah, I wish I would have been here. Wish I would have, could have, should have been here for that move this morning, man. If you just go back, and of course, I don't like doing this because hindsight is always 2020. But man, we had some nice right after this main sell off. Came up, touched the EMA, and then we touched the EMA, touched the EMA, touched the EMA. Like there's a lot of pullback entry setups, but I don't want to speculate. Who knows? I might have been at this point like, that's the pretty big move already, and might have not even taken that trade. Who knows? Apex trade top here and went down for over 5 minutes and couldn't get out in time. Oh no, David. Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you kidding me? So trade copier wasn't working? Yikes. Okay, now I am glad. Do you know what time that was?
double TX on GC.
I forgot that I had my sound muted. I have it. Probably the last couple streams I've had my sound muted on my desktop, where you get the audible alerts. Oh wow, man, what a move! But I'd say I was biased on oil to go up, so I got saved there. I actually went long here earlier this morning before I left. I went long right here, took profit right here, but then it sold off like majorly. Wow. Can you imagine writing it from like right here and just ay 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 ay. Right here I got stopped out. Again, right to the tick the way it looks. Feels bad. All right. I mean, I'm trying to kind of get a feel for the market this right now. They suffered a DDoS attack. No shot. That's horrible. 9:30 to 9:40. Man, that's even at the worst time as well. Eesh. So 9:30 would have been right here to like right here in this area. Wow. Well, maybe it was a blessing that I wasn't here. Actually had a yeah, we were. But see if we can see if the market has a little bit of money that it's willing to give us. I mean, I know we've made a pretty insane move down. Now we've kind of made a higher highs here, but I don't really know that I'm buying this yet. I still am biased to the downside. Here we tried higher. Right here actually would be a good entry. We're going to take it.
Submitted. Order filled.
I'm going to have my stop right above this. All right. See if we can't get a move down again. I started to have all my positions open over here on this tab. Because I did have actually a situation. I wasn't streaming, but I entered my order and yeah, I didn't get this isn't the price action I was looking for. Come on. Ooh, is this nope, nope, nope. It looks like it wants to go higher. I get stopped out. But probably gotta be careful that I don't try and make something out of nothing here. Feel like I've missed a big move and I'm trying to get back on it as well, and it's something to I need to tell myself. How is your drawdown? As usual in a funded account. Oh, okay. Hey, Reality, welcome. I saw your comment, and yes, welcome. So, okay, and I think you had questions on how a funded account works. So, and I guess I'm not quite sure how familiar you are with prop firms, but I'll give you. I'm just going to assume that you're very new to prop firms, and I'm going to try and explain it in layman's terms. So, you sign up. There's a bunch of different prop firms out there. They all have kind of a unique rule set. Obviously, different costs, but me personally, I use Apex. That's who I would recommend, but you can do your own research. But then for basically, you have to pick the size account that you want to try and get funded. So there's like you need to first reach the profit goals and follow their rules in order to get to a funded account. Now, let's just, for example, say this thing's going to stop me out, isn't it?
Potential TX on GC.
So, sorry, distracted here. Okay, so for an evaluation account, let's just, for example, take a $50,000 account. They call it a $50,000 account, but your drawdown is $2,500.
Potential TX
So,
on CL.
In all
Potential
reality,
TX
it's
on
really a
CL.
$2,500 account, because once you lose $2,500, then you blow that account and you have to start over, and basically whatever, for example, when Apex was running, I actually need to change my Apex sale is not going on. I need to update that. But we're going to get stopped out here. And not how I wanted to start off. Well, maybe the bias, maybe we are going to make a little bit bigger recovery here. I'm just going to sit on my hands for a bit, not force anything. So, back to what I was saying. So, the evaluation account, you have a $2,500 drawdown. So, that's as much as you can lose. So, when Apex was running a 50 or an 80% discount, for example, you can get a $50,000 account for like below $40. So basically, for $40, you're trying to reach their profit threshold, and the profit threshold is $3,000 on a $50,000 account. Their drawdown or loss limit is $2,500. So if you make $3,000 in profit and you trade at least for 7 days, so you have to at least have 7 trading days on the account and a $3,000 profit. You can take longer than 7 days. Like you can take, whatever. You can take way longer to trade. But basically, you have to have at least 7 days trading. And, man, we should have been on the reverse of this move. We're definitely, looks like we're going higher. Man. So, then if you reach those two goals, 7 trading days and a $3,000 profit threshold, that's when you will pass your evaluation account. From there, you will then get a funded account. Okay, so in a funded account, there's some different rules. There's a consistency rule where basically they don't want you just gambling, and I think they want to see that your 1 day profit, none of your profit days are more than 30% of your total profit, if that makes sense. Again, you can go on Apex's website, read all the rules, information, kind of giving you a broad overview of it. Then you get that funded account. Okay, so now one of the rules that's different is, so once you bring that account, you get to a $2,600 profit. Once you're in $2,600 in profit, you can make a withdrawal. And you can make a withdrawal. I think you can take out 1,500 or 1,000. I'd have to double check that. But you know, if so, the drawdown on a funded account is the same. Then it would also be, you know, if you lose 2,500, then you're going to blow the account. You have to basically start over. How many business days? I mean, honestly, usually, so when I would get funded, let's say I would pass an evaluation account during the day, and I would get funded that evening, usually between 6 and 8 o'clock. I get the paperwork to fill out. You get a little certificate that says, you know, congratulations, you passed, and you have to sign some paperwork, and then you have to pay the fee for the funded account, which is a one-time fee or that's the option that I chose. So for that, I would fill all that out that night, and then by the next morning, I had that funded account ready to go. So I guess there wasn't really a wait time. I had it immediately. Now, I know on Apex, with the Trade of 8 accounts, I know they had a backlog where I heard that some people didn't get their funded accounts until like 2 business days after. So I know they were kind of backlogged a little bit, so that, I don't know. I guess that could be different, but for me, with my Ninja Trader and with Apex, I got it basically the same day. And then you're ready to trade. You can dive right on in. Right, basically. Basically, they send you the paperwork and you fill it out. I think, I would get the email that my funded account is ready to go, like, within 2-3 hours. I need to change my... So Apex is now, like, they no longer have... Their discount is 50% off now. And they also are doing 50% off on reset. Which, so for those new, then, so let's say you have an evaluation account. Sorry, I'm getting distracted here by all the different messages I'm getting. Let's say you have a $50,000 account, you're trading it, and David, are you kidding me? That blew the 20. You were trading. Oh man. David, did you reach out to anyone at Apex? So if I get mine done until the 9th of May, correct. Yes. So they have I think it's the first week of the month and the third week of the month is when they do their withdrawal. Like that's when they process all the withdrawals and the payments.
TX on GC.
Honestly, I'm better off focusing on chat so I don't lose more money trading.
Potential TBS on ES.
But we've made a move down here again to the EMA, and now we're bouncing off. Basically, we've been kind of honoring this EMA on this. Again, I'm not sure I'm going to call it a reversal yet. I would call this a pullback, but it's an extensive pullback, and it's a little bit dangerous. This trading this here is kind of dangerous. Yeah, exactly. Easy trading. Apex Invest. I see that, Dave. I would then I would contact Apex Investing, David. I mean, essentially, they're owned by the same people. But man, we're just right off this EMA and it's just ripping higher. Tempting. Here's the problem I see this type of setup after a move like this. Like a move like this is not just like, this is heavy selling. This is a serious sell-off. Now, in the last three, well, let's just look here on the bigger time frame. Let's look at the 60-minute. Okay, now see in the last, well, I don't know how many days this is, but probably a month. Okay, and let's count how many V-shaped reversals we've had. Okay, right here, big sell-off, V-shaped reversal into the close. Here, another sell-off, V-shaped reversal, another sell-off, V-shaped reversal, another sell-off, another one. Like, there have been so many recently. And then here, like, this is a couple-day move, but we had a huge sell-off, and we ripped higher. So it's
potential TX on CL.
I mean, it is kind of
on CL.
At the point where, okay, let's just play this thing like it's going to be another V-shaped reversal. I don't really have an argument against that, except I'm in fear that, I don't know, when this big of a sell-off, it can just rip lower like it's nothing.
Trapped orders with exhaust
right now,
on CL.
we do have to honor this little uptrend, I think. So if we come back down to the EMA, but I mean, here we did fail. We failed to make a new high right here. We still have a chance to do that, but entering a short here also is kind of interesting to me. And this is where I use this for more of a confirmation. We do have trapped orders right there. I want to pull the trigger so bad. I'm not going to do it. Thank you, Easy Trading. Honestly, I've been shocked. And I created this channel 3 weeks ago, and I was just, obviously, I was like, okay, the reason I wanted to do it was for, A, make sure I'm 100% transparent on my trading. No fluff, no only showing winning trades, no nothing. When someone comes on my channel, I want them to be able at a glance tell and know if I'm making money, if I'm a profitable trader or not. And if I'm not a profitable trader, then I want them to know it. Doesn't mean I might continue trading, but at least I just hate when people or traders, day traders, are only showing winning trades and they're not really showing their overall month to month like profit and loss to know that they're actually a consistently profitable trader. Because being a consistently profitable trader is very difficult. And I know there's some out there that are consistently profitable. I love it, because like that's what I'm looking for. When I look for channels to follow, like I want to follow people that are consistently profitable. But the problem is it's so hard to know if that's the case. It's so vague. They don't really show. I mean, you'll see a lot of winning trades, but they're not actually showing a cumulative profit and loss of every day, every month that is easy to see, okay, yes or no. And it just gives a very bad, especially for new traders. And I fell into that trap 6 years ago when I first started trading 7 years ago. I was like, wow, this, following some of the YouTubers. I'm just like, wow, this is so easy. Why wouldn't you do it? And reality checks came in pretty hard. But there's just no way, like, I don't know, maybe I should probably just be quiet, but some traders that are showing these $5,000 profitable days just every day, day after day after day, 5,000, 10,000. There's this one channel. I'm not kidding you. And he's just this young guy. He doesn't even have that many followers or subscribers. I don't even know. But he was literally, I went back and looked at his videos. And in a 9-month span, he showed one day where he was break even. Didn't even show that it was a loss. It was just break even. Other than that, it was always $10,000, $5,000, $20,000, $40,000 profit days. And he had a huge following, like a huge, but he had his own Discord server. He was selling courses. It just makes me cringe so bad, because anyone that does any trading at all knows that is complete BS. So anyway, but sorry, I went off on a tangent there, Easy Trader. But transparency is very, very important to me. And yeah, I just started it kind of for that, to be honest, and to journal my trades and to keep myself accountable. Keeping myself accountable was a very close second of why I started the channel, because I don't know, something about trading in front of other people. And if you have, like, I have an accountability partner that is also tuning in, and I'm not as likely to be stupid. It might still happen a little bit here and there, but like revenge trading and going on tilt, like that was always been my downfall. I could be consistently profitable for 2 months, 3 months, and something would trigger me that, you know, for one day, a bad day of trading and getting stopped out, you know, I remember the one time specifically that, and I was trading, this was back when I first kind of learned about, and we are just going to rip higher. I'm not going to FOMO, but it is starting to convince me that we are just going to do another V-shaped reversal. It's kind of hard to believe that we just continue to do that, but at this point, you know, we do have a little bit of, you know, right here in this 4130 range, maybe there might be a little bit of resistance, but we'll wait. Right here, we definitely don't have a play. I forget what I was talking about now. But yeah, so, and yeah, I've been shocked by how many subscribers I have, to be honest. I think I checked today, and we are at 122 subscribers. That is way blown my expectations. Because when I started it, I told my accountability partner my goal of basically I want to start live trading. I want them to observe me and to hold me accountable, because, you know, I was like, I'm going to start live streaming, but there's going to be no one watching. So really, is it going to make me accountable? But yeah, and I thought, you know, it might go 3-4 months before even someone finds me.
Draft orders with exhaustion box on CL.
No, it's been, and just the support, honestly, as well, like the support in the community. There are definitely traders that are looking for the same thing that I was looking for in the transparency. They're out there. They're hard to find, but they're out there. All right, let's look at CL. CL seems to be continuing just to make this down move, where ES has kind of made that round bottom and reversal. And then gold, obviously, is just kind of chopping here with with the market, you'd think gold would,
Potential TX on
like,
GC.
okay, so look at this move gold
Potential
made.
double TX on GC.
Crazy. Some massive moves today. I hope everyone made money. But we are in the red today again. That's not cool. Wasn't the green actually until just, I actually took 2 trades this morning pre-market before I left. Before I left, I took 2 trades actually, and were actually successful. Actually, yeah, I was really glad I had my positions tab open because I thought I didn't get filled, but all my micro contracts got filled, and my parent account that's linked to my Apex did not get filled. So therefore, it looked, I wouldn't have really known. I mean, obviously, I would have probably seen it here on my profit. That is why I added this open positions tab. Now, remember what I was saying earlier. I remember right when I started, it was my first, I think I had 4 funded accounts. Like, this is the first time that I heard about prop firms, and it's the first, first time that I tried them. And it didn't take me that long. I got 4 accounts funded. I thought, this is it. And I was, I was trading them. I was doing very well for like 3 weeks. I was at close to $1,800 in profit on all 4 of the accounts. And I remember it happening. It literally, so I entered a trade and I got stopped out by 1 tick, and it reverses in my direction like 20 points. Should have just stopped trading at that point, Nope. I enter again. I get stopped out by 1 tick again, and it reverses, goes in my favor like 10, 15 points again. And I trade it again, and it does it again. It did it 3 times in a row. 3 times in a row, literally stopped me out right to the wick, and then reverses in my favor. And that was probably my biggest blow up that I've ever had. That was full on revenge trading, or going on tilt. It was not a pretty sight at all. But I blew blew all 4 of those accounts that day. Oh, the lessons we've learned, That is probably, honestly, the hardest thing with trading is walking away. For me, it is. I know mentally I'm not in the right state of mind, but walking away for some reason is like a concession, giving up. But well, market. It's really just going to keep going higher. Maybe we'll go up to this VWAP. I actually want to test something. And again, I don't really use Fibonacci's, but the only time I use them is I do find it interesting where the levels come at. So we're at a like 23% retracement. Or I always feel like once you get to a 50% retracement of a move, like, then is when I feel like it's definitely no longer a pullback to go lower. And that, I always feel like it at 50%, which would be right at this level, 4150. We get to that and above that, then I'll be fully on board that we will just be another V-shaped reversal. It's crazy. I mean, if we pull back here to the EMA again and hold, I don't really see a reason not to enter long. Too many may be that. Yeah, I agree. FOMO is a powerful drug. Powerful drug. I don't know what's worse. Well, I know what's worse for me. Like having a good setup and just hesitating on pulling the trigger and then seeing it go in my favor. I think that's like the worst. That's like the worst for me. Now I was hoping we'd pull back to this green EMA. That would be the 21 EMA, but it's, yeah, there she blows already. I'm going to wait. Do want to wait on a pullback, a little more of a pullback here to this 21 EMA.
Potential TX on CL.
All right, what do we got? CL. Interesting. There we, man, should have been watching CL a little bit more. That's been more of a favorable continuation downtrend, but we're at 71.65 on CL. We started the day, we were at 75.62. That's 3 whole points. That's a huge move. All right, are you going to make new highs here?
Trapped orders with exhaustion box on CL.
Really makes me always like a day like today when we have such a big move. You know, tomorrow we have the FOMC, and I always question like a couple different things go through my mind. Like, are there people that know what those numbers are going to be, and now they just got a lot better price, or were they selling knowing what the price is going to be, or what the FOMC is going to be? Who knows? There we go. New highs on ES. Like for me, like bars like this, that's such a hard, like there's no real entry here. Like you don't, I mean, yeah, you could enter right here, but that's, I don't know, not for me. That's not an entry. Not really an entry place here. We are going higher. You have too many indicators. Keep it simple.
Potential TX on ES.
Where do you mean on this? Oh, do you probably mean on this chart? Oh yeah, this thing looks very, very busy. And there's, yeah, that's a long story, but I trade off of this chart. This chart is, yeah, it's a long story, but basically I use this. It helps with confirmation when I'm using this chart, basically.
Potential TX on CL.
I mean, we barely touched that EMA. Martin, again, too many questions. Not sure what you mean by that. The thing to remember, it's 119. Well, we failed to make a new high on that push. And I'll be honest, my intuition is telling me we are gonna have a pullback. We might still continue higher, but we're gonna have a pullback here again. That's just my intuition. Stay away from any major news. Yeah, obviously, yeah. I do not trade news either.
Trapped orders with exhaustion box on CL.
Oh, that was is that in regarding my comment about FOMC? Yeah, it's not like I care or that makes a difference. I just thoughts that went through my mind. Profit threshold, so you need, yeah, I think 2,600. I think you need to get, your balance, your account balance needs to be $52,600. If I remember correctly, anyway. And then that's when your trailing threshold stops. Ultimately, like, obviously we're a long way away from even having that discussion, but I would like to get my accounts to $3,800 in profit before I take a withdrawal. But yeah, I don't know, we'll see. Thing is, with if you go to 52 and you take out 1,000, now you just have, then you just have a $1,500 threshold, and makes it pretty tight. But again, maybe I'll withdraw maybe on half just to get some money out, or maybe just like a couple accounts I'll do that on, and then just keep trading the way that I am trading, and then build up that balance. But yeah, you can see that's another reason I really find it intriguing. If you've watched my video on the withdrawals, where I'm tracking all the withdrawals that Apex does and every person. And like Brian, I don't know if you remember, so Brian from Woodside, New York, on the withdrawals, you can tell, he's taking out consistently, I forget, 2,000, I think. But that would be the perfect scenario, would be that let's say in a month you average to maybe 2,500 a month, you average in profit, but then you only take out 2,000, so that basically you're building that threshold slowly but surely. And because I think ultimately, having that little higher threshold, once you have that and you have proven that you can be consistently profitable with the strategy that you have, then you can start to scale up a little bit. But it takes time, and I think anyone that tries to do it fast, it can definitely happen. But there's a lot more risk to it. Martin, don't have intuitions. That's totally fine if that's how you trade, but there are a lot of traders that trade on intuition, and they they are profitable. There isn't just one set way to trade. Or if intuition trading is part of your plan, then you are following your plan. Here we go. Above this 41.30. Now we might just go up to VWAP. But again, didn't have enough of a pullback here for really. So Martin, for my, I guess, yeah, for clarity. So my strategy is pullback entries. Basically, if once I see a certain trend, then usually I have a 2000 tick chart. That's kind of the basis of it. And then whatever trend we're going in, look for pullback entries. And I use the 14 and 21 EMA for that pullback. I always like the 14 is kind of a lot more risky entry on a pullback. I prefer to wait. But on moves like this where it's really moving up quickly, then I do sometimes enter on that 14 EMA. But then I do, like, there are times when I will take intuition trades, and here's risk management is more important than a plan, to be honest. You can have the best plan in the world, and if we don't have risk management, it's not going to matter. To each his own. There's a ton of different ways to trade, and there is, if you make money and you're consistently profitable, that's what matters. And the other thing that I find is, like, when the market changes, how do you adapt? If your strategy worked for 6 months and all of a sudden, like, is it guaranteed that that strategy will work for infinity? I don't think so. And as the market changes, like, how do you, that's definitely, like, that's something that I've, like, especially with these V-shaped reversals lately, I've definitely gotten trapped quite a bit of times on trying to enter on pullbacks. But, again, risk management and following your stop loss, it's not the end of the world if it's a trap. Obviously not ideal. Yes, but that's luck. Intuition is luck. Well, honestly, anytime you enter a trade and win, you can see it's luck. Tom Haggard, when asked of intuition trading, what percentage of that he used or how important it is, he said it's one of the most important is intuition trading. Or I guess if I see a setup and it's something that doesn't feel right about it, then I'm not going to take it. Yeah, I agree, Martin. Yeah, you definitely need both. But I would put my money on someone with really good risk management and not as good of a plan. I think that person has a better chance of becoming a profitable trader than someone with a really good plan and bad risk management. But obviously you want to have both. All right, here we are. Just not much to do here. Here's CL again. The thing I don't like about this CL trade is it corrects on the EMA a lot. And it always had, like, CL I use for trading a lot more on technical analysis than I do on price action. CL just, it seems like CL honors the trends and stuff like that a lot more. So that's more what I trade off of on CL. But on a big day like this, oof.
Potential TX on CL.
Now gold is pulled back a little bit. Oh, we're just going higher. But right here, when this move up, and then we had a sell-off, but we failed to make newer lows here. And that's right, you know, right here, all this action here, I don't really, even this entry I had here was premature entry. We were not below the EMA on that entry. Okay, here we go. But even like this, with such a straight move up, that I'd like to see a little bit more of a pullback. But it just might not do it. Now we touched the EMA here, but well, this might be
Potential TX on GC.
okay. So yeah, this would be a riskier setup, riskier entry, but above this bar, 41.30, basically. We get above this 41.30.
Trapped orders with exhaustion box on GC.
It might not make it above that. Hmm.
Potential TX on GC.
Boy. Well, here we go.
Order submitted.
All right. Let's see if we can do it.
Potential TX
Nice
on
move.
ES.
Make new highs here. Come on. Seems a little strugglish here. Of course. Needed to rip past this new high to really have a chance at a runner. You're not going to give it to me.
Target filled.
Okay. I'm going to move my stop to 1. Give it a little bit of room to run, but I don't see the conviction here on the buyers. Struggling to make new highs. But if it can pop above this, that would be, we can maybe get a runner going. There we go. Come on.
Trapped orders with
That's
exhaustion
more like
box
it.
on ES.
Okay, so again, this is the signal that I'm looking for long when for my
Potential
confirmation.
TX on CL. Potential double
But
TX
we're right
on
here
CL.
at this 4132, proven to be an area of might have just do a double top here and then pull back again. We're going to let it ride, or we're going to let this trade work. If it wants to keep making new highs and test that VWAP, then we'll go along for the ride. Seems sluggish though. There is reality of trading. You had asked me a question. I don't know, maybe you're not here anymore, but hopefully I answered your question. I think I went on a kind of a winded, long. Might not have answered your question you had earlier. All right, right here, need to break above. There we go. Now keep going. Okay. That's what we like to see. New highs, keep going. Move our stop to plus, I think we're at +2. Once we get to like 41.34, once we get to here, I move my stop to here.
Potential TX on GC. Trapped orders with exhaustion box on CL. Double TX on CL. Potential TX on CL. Potential elevator on CL.
All right, keep going. I might move my stop to here. Secure some profit if you can. And I gotta get some work. There we go. New highs. Keep going, buddy. Keep going. I don't care if it takes a long time. Just keep pushing up. Not really had any kind of pullback. I'm gonna move my stop now to there. And here is the pullback possibly. Get stopped out here. Yeah. There we go. Let's keep going higher, boys. Keep going higher. Couple more ticks and I'll move my stop up to 41.32. Nice. Go, go, go. This is where Tom Hogard would say, I need to add on to this position. I won't do that, but I might take my profit here. Gonna run away from me? Really? Right. I'm happy with that. Oh man, I did take my profit too early. Dang. I faked out on that long wick down. Oh man. First once I get out, it moves way faster. Hey Martin, catch you later. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Man. Hey, yes, it's Lester. Did this thing just rip up? Man. Wow. Left about 30 ticks on the table there. Ay, and it's just gotta keep going. Wow. Look at this again. Nice round. This is a pretty nice rounded bottom. How's CL looking? CL is not recovering like ES is. I'm gonna have to step away for a little bit. Actually, I'll have to step away in like 5 minutes. I'll have to step away for about 20 minutes or so. Now we're pulling back a little bit. There it goes. This price action at all. Not liking it. Just not liking this. Oh, see a little fight going on here. I'm out. Yeah, I don't like that price action at all. All right, I need to take a conference call. I will be back.